All right, today we're going to dive into a really powerful framework. It's designed to transform not just how we teach, but really how we all think and learn. So let's get right into it.
I mean, think about it. This is the big challenge for all of us, isn't it? We're just flooded with data constantly, but turning all that data into real, lasting knowledge? Well, that's the hard part. So how do we get beyond just memorizing facts?
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The whole goal of modern education has shifted. It's not about being a passive bucket for information anymore. It's all about becoming an active builder of meaning. And that's exactly where this framework comes in. Stella's content board is this really elegant solution to that very problem. It's basically a structure for your brain, helping you analyze any topic you can think of with incredible depth and clarity. So, the board is built around 10 distinct but totally interconnected elements. I like to call them thinking lenses. Each one gives you a unique perspective to view a topic. And when you use them together, they create this complete multi-dimensional picture. Let's break them down. We're going to start with the first group of lenses, which is all about the foundation. You know, these are the elements that ground any topic in solid, reliable knowledge. First up, we've got facts. These are the non-negotiables, right? The evidence-based statements that give you a stable base to build on. Before we can analyze or debate anything, we have to agree on the foundational truths. A perfect example is gravity. The fact is simple. Objects with mass attract one another. It's a verifiable truth that anchors any bigger discussion about physics or astronomy. Can't argue with that. Okay, next are properties. So if facts are what is true about a topic, properties are what it is. These are the built-in traits that help us define something, classify it, and tell it apart from everything else. So for something like metal, its properties would be things like conductivity, malleability, and that shininess or luster. When you see those properties, your brain goes, aha, that's a metal. It's like a mental checklist for identifying stuff. All right, let's move on to the next set of lenses. This is where it gets really interesting because it's all about analysis. This is where we go beyond just the simple definitions and start asking deeper questions about how things work and, why they even matter. And that brings us to factors. Factors are really the why behind a concept. They're all the forces, both internal and external, that shape it. Understanding these gives us the context we need and helps explain how something came to be. Let's take a big, complex idea like democracy. It's influenced by all sorts of things: citizen participation, the media, laws, cultural values. This just reminds us that important concepts never, ever exist in a vacuum. The next lens is process. This is all about the how. What's the sequence of steps? What's the cycle? What's the procedure that makes something happen? Whether it's the water cycle or how to solve a math equation, understanding the process makes it click. And this brings us to something that is absolutely crucial: balance. Let's be real, no concept is perfect. Looking at both the advantages and the disadvantages gives us a realistic, nuanced view. This is where real critical thinking kicks in, when you start weighing the pros and cons. Next up, we have connections. And I have to say, this might be my favorite lens. This is where the magic happens. It's where isolated facts stop being random and become this amazing web of knowledge. How does photosynthesis connect to climate change? How does a historical event connect to today's politics? Making those links, that's what creates deep, lasting understanding. Okay, let's move on to our final set of lenses. This group is all about making a concept crystal clear and, more importantly, showing why it actually matters out there in the real world. Which leads us perfectly into uses. This lens answers that all-important question every student on the planet asks: when am I ever gonna use this? It's what bridges that gap between some abstract theory and actual practical application. I mean, think about fractions. They aren't just numbers on a page, are they? They're absolutely essential for cooking, for construction, for finance, for design. Seeing these real-world uses makes the whole concept feel relevant and meaningful. Now, this is such a powerful technique for sharpening understanding. Providing a clear example, like a solar calculator for renewable energy, that's great. But get this, providing a non-example is just as important. Knowing that a frog is not a mammal helps you draw a sharp boundary around what a mammal actually is. So how do we actually put this to work? Well, it's not just some theoretical model.
You can use it to plan lessons, to guide class discussions on the fly, to give structure to student projects, and even just as a tool for your own personal reflection. It's incredibly versatile. So after going through all 10 of these lenses, what's the big idea? What does this framework really accomplish? I think this quote just says it perfectly. The framework is a bridge. It connects the what, the raw information, to the how, the actual process of thinking and really understanding. It just brings structure to all that complexity. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. This tool isn't just for a classroom. It's a whole new way to approach any complex topic that you want to truly get your head around. So the only question left is, what complex idea are you going to unpack first?